The opinions in this podcast are solely those of the creators and do not reflect the opinions of the filmmakers involved. If you are of legal drinking age, feel free to have a drink with us, but please do drink responsibly. You're listening to Cole-astic Cinema.
Hey, careful, man. There's a beverage here, huh?
There is no pena, only soul.
And you never once paid for drugs.
Not once.
With your host, Fabian Salazar.
Ooh, give me shelter.
And Cole Butterfield.
We're just going to sit in this for a while as watch men get beat to death with bats.
Where we talk about movies, most of the time.
Stimulate.
No, just stimulate Joe Pesci.
Stimulate Joe Pesci.
Being buried alive.
I'll stimulate Joe Pesci. I'll
Being
stimulate Joe Pesci right now.
So come along for a ride and have fun.
Ooh, give me shelter. Ooh,
I'm fucking old now.
ooh, fuck my ass. All right, and we are watching.
Are the Stones even in this movie?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, God, of course. It's
I'm pretty sure
Scorsese.
I'm pretty sure Give Me Shelter is in like
Every Scorsese movie?
most of every Scorsese movie.
If not that, Sympathy for the Devil.
Yeah. But for this one, in this week, we are watching the 1995 movie Casino.
777 Casino.
That's right. This movie, like we said, was directed by Martin Scorsese, written by Nicholas Pileggi, but that was the book.
It was a book.
That was the book. He wrote the book.
The book that was finished after this movie started shooting.
Yes. And then the screenplay was adapted by Martin Scorsese. It stars our boy, Robert De Niro.
Bobby D.
Sharon Stone.
Sharon S.
Sharon Stone, who's by any 90s movie, if you watch any 90s movie, you can identify her naked body like instantly because every movie Sharon Stone is in, she's naked.
She's not afraid of female form.
Yeah, it's female empowerment is what it is. We got our boy Joe Pesci. We got James Woods, Don Rickles. We got a whole bunch of crazy ass, like the fucking cast is stacked in this movie. It's
a Scorsese fucking
it's a
film.
Scorsese movie.
Everyone and their cat is looking to be in this goddamn movie. Like even James Wood himself, when he found out that Scorsese was interested in working with him, left him a voicemail that said, anytime, any place, any part, any amount. Like just please let me fucking do this.
This is like height of Scorsese's powers.
This is power.
Yeah. All right, the locations. It was filmed in Las Vegas, shocker, and bits of California. This movie was made for $52 million, made back U.S. gross $42 million. So it bombed in the U.S., but overseas, worldwide, made back $116 million.
That's so weird that it bombed.
Yeah, it bombed in the U.S.
In the U.S. But that's what's really confusing, that it bombed in the U.S. because like America... Like, especially at the time, got such a huge hard-on for fucking Scorsese.
Yeah, Scorsese
Especially,
and mobsters.
And yet,
like,
mobsters and the combination of De Niro, Scorsese, and Pesci, like, that's just like, oh.
You think it would be like groundbreaking and some crazy-ass fucking... But
the amount of dudes that have explained movies to me regarding, like, for instance, Scorsese films, like, it seems like that's up there when it comes to that stuff. Like, even, I'm pretty sure Casino is, for a comic book connection... featured as like that's in The Dark Knight. That's what they're doing with the bank robbery scene with everything breaking. Pretty sure that's also like
it's very well referenced. It's a very well known movie. Too.
Yeah, I mean I've never seen it, but even I'm aware of the movie. I'm aware that like, where the homages that are like paid to it, and other Scorsese films like pretty much Joker is just Taxi Driver.
Yeah,
but in clown makeup.
Taxi Driver and King of Comedy,
and
which isn't a Scorsese movie, but
it is De Niro.
It does have Bobby D in it.
But yeah, no, this is another Scorsese movie that I did not see because I'm not allowed to see movies that have 435 F-bombs. I am excited. It's like, finally, I've worked in kitchens most of my life now. This, I will understand everything now because this is how I communicate.
Yes.
The fucking F words, every other fucking word.
Yeah. Can you imagine if we had to like pander? If we had to panda
to the panda.
If we had to pander to like the censors and like censor everything we said, like Oh, we can only get away with words that are allowed on television.
Oh,
How much
God.
more editing I'd have to do? Fuck that shit.
I wouldn't want to listen to that. That's not real.
fucking
That's
dumb.
bullshit. People fucking swear. That's how they fucking talk now. It's like it's no longer. It's still taboo to certain sex and all that, but it's like it's not like
Just don't be. Just be like socially conscious. It's not that fucking hard to be like, oh, it's not polite to yell out, "This is fucking bullshit" in a public setting.
yeah. Which as a chef, I have to constantly keep an eye on that.
Well,
'cause-
you're in a kitchen. It doesn't.
I mean,
it doesn't fucking matter.
I'm in a kitchen like 90% of the time. I'm in a fucking kitchen, so I can just be fucking saying that kind of fucking shit like I'm fucking saying right now. I think after we watch this movie, the amount of F words I'm saying is going to get a lot worse.
Oh, I'm gonna count the amount of fucking times we said "fuck" in this episode, and I'm gonna put. 'em in
Don't
the-
take a shot for every time. Please, guys, do
You will
not take a
die.
shot for every time we
will
fucking
die.
say fuck.
But do laugh because at the end I'll put in the description of this episode I'll write how many fucking times we said fuck in this fucking episode.
We got 435 in this movie, so we've got like a goal, and then which was then exceeded also by Marty Scorsese in Wolf of Wall Street with almost 600 f-bombs, and I'm pretty sure that's only in the director's cut, which is one of the few Martin Scorsese movies that I've seen. The Departed. I've seen, which
Oh yeah, this is the second Martin Scorsese movie we've watched on the podcast, and the first Martin Scorsese movie that we can actually post a podcast episode about.
because that first one is part of the Lost episode.
It is part of the lost episodes, and I will be posting those on the Patreon. And
once we can make any goddamn sense.
once I can actually make them a fluid episode, it'll be all three. I'll find something to do, and we will do commentary on those. So it's going to be
absolutely.
a podcast about listening to a podcast, so you can listen to a podcast.
I wouldn't even mind making a video podcast just to watch my reaction of cringing.
Oh, that would be fun. That would be a good bit. Those of you who want to see us watching us listen to a podcast and commenting on a podcast in 4K. Let us know in the comments, and seriously, fucking let us know in the fucking comments,
Get
and
in
I'll
those
fucking
fucking
mail you a
comments.
goddamn fucking sticker.
Just get in the fucking comments, all right? Just get in the fucking comments.
Just fucking say
It's right
something.
fucking there. You gotta-
Stop being silent, little passive fucks.
you don't even have to fucking scroll down. It's just like, it's right fucking there, all
Just
right?
fucking leave a fucking comment,
Fuck.
and we will send you a fucking sticker. It's not that fucking hard.
I'm not going to be able to keep track of all of these. There's no fucking way.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have a fucking notebook when I'm editing. I'm just gonna be doing tally marks the whole fucking time.
Not even actually listening for content, just like,
No, because we're not gonna say anything fucking obscene in this episode. We're just gonna be fucking talking about fucking Casino.
fucking A.
All right. So back to Casino.
Back to Casino. Here's what I know about Casino. Nothing. Other than the fact that it's kind of like, this is during the...
Hang on, I'm getting some fucking feedback. You hear that? You hear that
Yeah, a
clicking?
little clicking, popping
Yeah.
in the back. Oh, what's going on there?
Is that me or you? I think it was me. Okay, it was me. All right, I fixed it. All right, cool. Getting back to the fucking
reverse
point.
Shaggy. It was you.
Wait, hang on.
Oh, no, is it me?
Is it back? Hang on. Just give your not a tug, but like a little.
Yeah, give it a tug, huh?
Yeah, give it a fucking tug. Just give it a little mess around.
Doing the mess around.
Yeah, just a little mess around. Sometimes it'll fucking do that. Okay, but I don't want you to be talking into it because you're gonna get all that fucking.
I'm doing the best
You're
I
gonna
can
get
not
that
to
fucking
talk.
air. Talking to the side of the goddamn microphone like this. You see this? You see how I have the fucking microphone? Talk into the
I
fucking
am
microphone.
trying to figure out where the fucking popping's coming from. I'm not
It's
trying
not
to talk
fucking
into it.
popping from there. It's fucking coming into the fucking cord.
All right. Well,
Fuck.
there? Fuck. Fuck.
All right.
What
But
the fuck's the
get
big
a little
fucking
bit-
deal? It's just a
get little
fucking
bit
word.
closer.
It's a big fucking deal. It's just a fucking word.
Remember, I
doesn't
told
fucking
you
hurt
to
anybody.
get your fucking mustache hairs on the fucking microphone. Not that fucking close.
Man, there's just no pleasing you. Ooh, right there.
Yeah.
There.
Right about there.
We popping?
We're not popping.
Did you solve it?
You'd know if we were popping.
We're good.
No.
Fuck.
And popping and noise is different.
Yeah. But like, is it still going on? Or not? Feels like it's all right. Right?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Let's keep going.
Mark it down as a way of cutting it.
All right, fuck this. All right, keep going. So, Casino is a fucking movie that fucking has fucking people in it.
It's about fucking mobsters. And it's It's, during a fucking obsession for fucking Scorsese when it comes to fucking mobsters, loosely kind of based on real life events from what I read.
Well, yeah, the fucking mob owned most of Las Vegas. That's kind of how Las Vegas started. Was the fucking
Las
mob.
Vegas started with the Mormons. The Mormons built Las Vegas.
Well, fuck the Mormons.
Fuck the Mormons, but also they did start building Las Vegas, and then the mob ended up taking over, which is just a government-approved mob being taken over by a mob.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah, because they're fucking morons.
Yeah.
And that's how you spell it. You just got to add an M.
Fucking
We fucking cracked the puzzle, dude.
They're fucking morons. All right. And they lost it to the fucking... Well, it's the fucking mob, so...
The fucking mob, bud.
It's easy to lose shit to the fucking mob.
Fucking...
God. Sorry, I said shit.
Fuck.
This is going to be a fun episode.
This is going to be a fun episode. I think we're in the right mindset for this.
Yes,
Other than that, I don't know. I really don't know anything about this movie.
I only know about the ending, and I don't want to spoil anything. So
the only thing I know is
I
this is
honestly don't think I've seen this movie from beginning to end.
Well, it's 3 fucking hours.
Yeah, it's a long fucking movie.
Oh
so are all the rest of this movies in this fucking season.
Fucking Christ on a fucking... Wait, the house that Jack built is like 3 hours?
Yeah.
Fuck me, bug... Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is a long fucking season, dude.
Wait, what about Lebowski?
About 2 hours, 30 minutes, I think.
Fuck.
Yeah, this is a long fucking season. This is the season of long fucking movies.
Season 3, 3-hour fucking movies? Is that what we're going with? I'm terrified for the next season. We're going with 4.
And next time we are watching The House That Jack Built.
Oh, boy.
I threatened you yesterday.
Yeah.
I was going to say, we're going to watch this instead of a fucking mob movie. But then you actually gave me a drink. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
We can watch more.
It just took time. I have to be smart about it.
But I got the laugh.
And eventually got the shot.
Just
do it on my terms because it's my fucking kitchen.
It is. It is. Oh, we have not. Well, what else do you say about this fucking movie other than
that I haven't even this movie I haven't fucking seen, and I know nothing about.
I can't say anything unless it's about the ending, which I don't want to fucking spoil.
I had to look up the fucking cast because I didn't even know. I assumed it had De Niro and Pesci.
Yeah,
that was the only thing I kind of knew going in.
And also, Mr. fucking Joe Bob Briggs.
Joe Bob Briggs.
It's another movie with Joe Bob. Big shout out to Joe Bob Briggs.
That's 2 in 1 season.
That's 2 in 1 season. Y'all are fucking lucky. You got 2 movies with Joe Bob Briggs in it. God damn.
You don't even deserve it.
And if you don't know who Joe Bob Briggs is, look him up.
Educate yourself.
He is fucking amazing. And so I think that's going to complete our preamble for Casino because I don't think we really have anything else to talk about.
No, other than just like watching the movie, getting educated on it. And I tried looking up trivia and stuff on this, and I just found most of it confusing. And a lot of it fucking repetitive, which is kind of getting on my nerves with a lot of the research I do. It's just people just submitting things. It's like, just go back and read the previous little fucking trivia things.
Is it this movie where they give Joe Pesci a bunch of fake money, but he insisted on being real money, or was that Robert De Niro? There's one Scorsese movie where they give either Pesci or De Niro. They give him fake money. And he insisted on being real money. So they give him a whole wad of real money to throw around in the room. And then they had a bunch of fucking not stagehands, but like PAs and everybody like making sure that he got back all the money because it was real money he was throwing around. I'm not sure if it was this movie or Goodfellas or...
That just sounds fucking insane.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. So,
well, especially like another thing I read is that Robert De Niro had 70 different outfits made for this movie. Sharon Stone had 40 outfits made for this movie. They got to keep all of them.
Yeah.
That is stupid.
Yeah.
That is stupid and insane.
It's fucking stupid.
But it's also, it's fucking Scorsese, bro.
But also, like, if you know what movie that is, if it's this movie or a different Scorsese movie, and you know what actor that is, leave it in the comments, and I will fucking mail you a fucking sticker.
You fucks.
Please fucking comment on our fucking videos.
Oh, fuck.
Either on YouTube or on our Instagram.
Or actually, I think you can also leave like not comments, but you can leave things that you thought on Spotify, which we're on now.
Yeah,
you can now.
You can also we have polls for all of our episodes on Spotify.
Polls.
So when we put up our episodes on Spotify, leave a fucking answer in our polls
In the
and
fucking polls.
leave a fucking comment about fucking movies you want to fucking see, and we will fucking watch them and fucking talk about them and
fucking A.
and yeah.
On that note, let's fucking go.
All right. On that note, let's fucking go.
Fuck. On that fucking note.
That brings us to this week's fucking sponsor, Hopkins Brewing Company, a nice little fucking brew pub in fucking South Salt Lake, fucking Utah.
Or fucking Sugar House, if you want to fucking call it that.
Yeah, if you're fucking pretentious. I had a delightful little fucking spirit that was made by one of the fucking great bartenders there. And it was a fucking drink that was a old-fashioned made with tequila and mezcal, and it was fucking delightful. It was nice and light, and it's keto friendly for those of you fucks that are on a diet like me and trying to lose some fat fucking weight. And it was just a great fucking time. Cole, what did you have?
Well, I had the this feels really weird to say fuck a lot for. Sorry about that. This feels really weird to say fuck during the entire time because it's actually a pretty solid charity that's actually behind it. Or not charity, but all right, fine. I had the fucking Guava Goddess, all right, which is it's their fucking annual Pink Boot Society fucking brew that features locally grown and malted fucking Solstice malted Pilsner and wheat malts, fresh guava puree, and fucking Pink Boots hot blend. You got fucking notes of fresh stone fruit, fucking berries, and fucking citrus flavors rounded with a fucking smooth mouthfeel. So every year, fucking Pink Boot Society chooses a new hot blend, and this year's blend features a bunch of fucking things that I cannot fucking say, and a lot of them are involving numbers. But it's a dry hop melted for a nice juicy IPA style, and a portion of the proceeds, which I will not be swearing for this part, are donated to the Pink Boots to support women in the brewing industry, which is super fucking cool. And it's a really nice beer. Fucking drink it, guys. It's a good fucking time.
Ooh, give me a shelter. Ooh.
Do you
Yeah.
think he likes the Rolling Stones, Scorsese?
Yeah, he might.
Think he's a fan?
I think he might be a fan. He might be a fan.
I don't know. I feel like the jury's still out on that.
I don't know. Those maybe our fans should leave a comment saying whether or not Martin Scorsese is a Rolling Stones fan. Let us know. Let us know what you think, and let us know what you think of this movie. If you have seen Casino, which is a classic and a staple of Hollywood and Las Vegas and Martin Scorsese films in general, it is a very, very fun film that's not only knowledgeable. What's the word I'm looking for? It teaches you a little bit about Las Vegas's history, and how it was built. And yeah, a lot of Las Vegas was built on the back of the mafia. So
Goddamn.
it's a fun movie to get into that, especially like the tail end of it. Like they kind of talk about how it's all commercialized and
All the corporations bought it out, and now it's like Disneyland.
Yeah. Nowadays, where even
It was
even
Disneyland
then,
in
like,
'95.
Yeah. Well, even then, like the movie's set in the late '70s, early '80s, and everything. Which is I get it. It's like the tail end of the mafia actually owning Las Vegas, which they. If you look back on in my notes, I have a lot of this movie is kind of like paying homage to like Bugsy Siegel, who I think it's Bugsy Siegel. I'm pretty sure if it's not, somebody who knows who the mobster that I'm thinking of, leave his name in the comments, but I'm pretty sure it's Bugsy Siegel who moved to Las Vegas and owned / ran the Flamingo Hotel in Old Vegas.
Flamingo. See, I thought this was about the Stardust Hotel because there's like 3 or 5 different drops of stardust in varying
Yeah.
parts of the whole movie. So I thought it was stardust.
But like this is way later. Like Casino's set way later. This would be in like the 40s, 50s.
I might be getting like Ocean's 11 confused some shit.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
might be me.
yeah.
When it comes to old school Vegas movies.
But like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Bugsy Siegel ran the Flamingo and got too big and wanted too much money, and then the mob had him hit in his own house. I'm pretty sure that's Bugsy Siegel. If I'm wrong, somebody let me know in the comments. But anyway, let's dive into the notes.
Let's fucking dive in.
What we think of this movie. I honestly love it. I love all Martin Scorsese movies. This one was really fun for me. It was a little long, being 3 hours long.
Holy fuck, dude. Holy fuck. Like, anytime we pause, it's like, wait, that's how far? It seemed like so many endings were happening. But
Yeah.
with what I read, Scorsese says this is a story, but no plot. So, like, you're going to go, like,
Yeah.
there is no plot.
Yeah, I
It's
can
just
feel
gonna,
that.
It's just going to end
It
when
does.
it ends.
It does feel like it, but the way it was written does feel like there's a clear beginning and end to Act 1, beginning and end to Act 2, beginning and end to Act 3. But
And
it's
4, then Act 5, and Act 6.
yeah, it feels like okay, we're getting to the end of Act 2, and we're only like 40 minutes into the movie.
How the fuck were we like, yeah, my God, dude.
Anyway, my very first note was there's a whole lot of desert where they brag about it's like if you're gonna be killed by the mob in Las Vegas, I mean, there's a whole lot of desert to be buried in. Your body will be gone.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's gonna find it.
Oh, a whole lot of desert.
There's a whole lot of desert to be buried in. And then I had Joe Pesci calling the guy running the money an old Mormon fuck. That was really funny.
Ties back in with the
Yeah.
fucking Mormons, like helping start Vegas and all that till it got out of hand and some crazy ass shit fucking happened. My God.
Yeah. And then I have Phil Leotardo, which is what I know that actor by. He plays Phil Leotardo in The Sopranos. I don't know his actual name, but that's what I know him by. Anytime I see him,
He's the guy who played Frank, the kind of second in
command
to,
with
Joe
the gold
Pesci.
hair, and then he beats up.
His
Joe
name
Pesci
is
in the
Frank
end.
Marino, I
Frank
believe.
Marino.
If it's either that in the movie or his actual name, because when I was looking up the credits, both names are Frank
I'll
with
just
an
pull up-
alternating
I'll pull
with
up
an alternating
IMDb
last
right
name.
now.
Like pretty much they just named him Frank based on him being him, and like one's like the actual like movie name, but also his actual name.
I'll pull up IMDb right now. But I know him as Phil Leotardo from The Sopranos, and those of you that have watched The Sopranos know that. Oh, Frank Marino in the movie, and his actual name is Frank Vincent.
See, fucking told you. I knew it was one or the other. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I
his
reckon-
name
I
is
can retain
his
things.
his name is Frank Vincent. Yeah, he plays Phil Leotardo in The Sopranos. But anyway, I mean, if you're doing a mob movie, you might as well have a Sopranos
Oh,
actor.
that's the note I had. It's like, all the just like mob movie actors that are now like just like,
Yeah.
look, this is an era for like
Yeah, so you gotta
certain
have
actors to be able to just be in these movies.
You gotta
and just
have
show
the
up.
staples.
Oh yeah, like
Right.
which like even though I can't remember the names, like, oh yeah, no, he's been in a mob movie, been in a mob movie, mob TV series, mob, mafia, mob.
And then I'll my last note, and I'll let you get into your notes. Bobby D, Robert De Niro, he's always smoking. He is not
Not really though.
not smoking in this movie.
Yeah, but
He
not
doesn't.
really.
He never not has a cigarette. In this
He also never exhales any actual smoke. That was a note I actually took. Is like nobody's actually smoking in this fucking movie.
No,
Except for like one guy who actually like pulls back. Like that's clearly an actual cigarette on set because it's like 1995. But everyone's like pull in. You see the smoke
No,
coming
you
out of
just
the filter.
pull it into your mouth like a hookah, and
Everything just like, and then nothing comes out.
But yeah,
Nothing comes out.
Bobby D never he has a cigarette in his hand in every fucking scene in this movie.
Well, and then also read that for continuity,
almost every scene.
almost everything, but for continuity's sake, he holds the cigarette at a certain distance just because it's like if it's an actual cigarette, it's going to constantly be like burning down and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So for continuity, he keeps it at a certain distance the
Keeps it
entire movie.
off camera. Yeah,
Yeah, which is super.
because he's a fucking professional.
Goddamn professional,
Yeah.
Bobby fucking D.
Yeah, if you're running cigarettes that hard, and like that's the thing. Like if you're constantly smoking in a movie, you gotta play it to the camera because if I was a director or I was pulling that shit and like I want you to be smoking on camera, like I'm not gonna force you to chain smoke an entire pack of cigarettes for one fucking.
Because it's
scene.
no longer like the 1950s and 1940s when they first doing it was like we had
Uh-huh.
Donald O'Connor fucking like
Yeah.
smoking 2 packs a goddamn day for singing.
You do
in the
have to
rain.
keep it for continuity, but
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna like I'll rearrange the camera to have you not have to fucking just go for it. 'Cause
Just
that's,
go for it.
That's nonsense. That's
for like a
so
60
much.
for a 60+ day shoot. It's
Yeah.
like, and then you have to narrate the fucking movie.
Yeah, that's so much.
Which is my first fucking thing. Is like I had no idea this movie would be mostly narration.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Had no idea. It's like, oh, okay. So this is this is like an audio visual book. Like, okay, so this is like, audible, but with action behind it.
It's like right up until the end scene with Pesci until he stops.
Yeah. Then it's just like, no, we're just gonna sit in this for a while as watch a men get beat to death with bats.
Which I thought that was very good stylistically, being like, yeah, he's still narrating to the point where he gets hit in the back of the head
And
with
then
a baseball bat.
and then immediately
and
shuts
he
off.
Stops. Yeah, I thought that was a very good choice, being like,
very good
this
choice.
is where his story stops.
But it's jumping towards the end. My notes, honestly, I had a hard time taking notes. This seems like
I did too. I was very grasped by this movie.
I was very like grabbed by the movie, but also I felt like there was a lot of things that if I knew any more about movies, how movies were done, filmed, shot, and stuff like that, there's definitely more notes I could have taken. Because this feels like just one of those movies that you kind of just show, and it's like, all right, so like,
Yeah.
like, well, it's a Scorsese movie.
It
back,
is.
like, during
It
his-
is kind
during
of a
his
film
heyday.
nerd movie.
Yeah.
I get that too. Like
The amount of times I've
especially
been
with
talked
the,
at,
yeah.
not even by you, I'm not saying by you, but like other people. The most memorable time is fucking this guy in a fedora smoking cigars on the patio at Piper Down, talking at me about Scorsese movies.
Go ahead.
It feels like it's like, okay, yeah. So there's definitely some things that he thinks that he understood that I have no idea what even to point out during this entire thing. But man, I'm enjoying this movie.
Yeah.
Thanks, Neckbeard.
Well, like a lot of the camera work and the movements through the casino are really
Oh yeah,
crazy.
like
The
I think
cinematography
one
is really
shot,
crazy.
like steady and like panning across everything, kind of
Yeah.
just like the way that covers everything, shooting above with when you got Sharon Stone tossing the chips up in the air, just like from like where everyone else is at, to kind of just like highlighting her with the chips, and like also kind of just being a commentary on the character herself, like frivolous with money. Here's just like upshot,
Yeah.
focusing on that. Kind of starting to get that shit, but also like that's a hard time to fucking taking notes. It's just like,
Yeah.
I
It's
feel like there's
weird.
things.
I know it's weird. It's weird to try and straddle the line between, am I just thinking this shit, like being pretentious and trying to find this film nerd shit, or am I actually reading into this and being correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to balance, but also just enjoy fucking it. It's just very enjoyable. Just an enjoyable goddamn movie.
Yeah, and that's what's fun about like these art Oscar style movies. It's fun. You can watch it without having this super analytic eye to everything that's happening, and you can also sit there and like dissect it if you want to.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. As an idiot, I appreciate that.
Yeah. And I think that'll be fun with the movie we're working on for next week. But let's see. Moving on with the notes.
Moving off the notes, I mean, like the main thing, analog crime is what I referred to it as. Like before this like huge digital
Analog
age,
crime.
analog crime. Just
Oh,
like
yeah.
word of mouth, like you to you, handing off the
over
money
the phone,
over
like
the phone.
going to pay phones. And,
Yeah.
making like calling back home to get word to the the bosses.
To the bosses who are in Kansas City while you're in Las Vegas. It's like, oh man, analog crime. Back in the day before we had all these ways of
You
tracking
write down
shit.
everything in notes and notebooks. Which why keep a paper trail if you can help it?
Because we know better now.
Yeah.
But analog crime, just like, and also just the word of mouth. Like, don't you know, like, he's like, don't you know who I'm friends with? Stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
before that just gets overly conflated now, where we have people who think they actually are something because they got a little bit of clout on social media. Like, don't you know who I am? It's like, actually,
Like,
no.
no, I don't.
Sorry, who?
You fucking idiot. I have, Sharon Stone dressed as Jackie O for their wedding. Yeah, she looked like fucking Jackie Kennedy.
I mean, it fits. I think it fits with the time period. Like something to
Yeah.
weigh. I think also I read that dress alone weighed like 45 pounds alone, and she already had like back trouble going on, so it kind of fucked her up a little bit. But also kind of helped with the performance of being.
Yeah, it's like, okay, dresses fucking Jackie out for the one. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be a heavy ass fucking dress, but whatever, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You get to fucking keep it.
Yeah, and then I have like in the beginning, after, and then like getting to learn Ginger's character and actually seeing her throughout the movie. I slowly stopped like sympathizing with her, but early on I was like, I wrote down like passing and trading Ginger off like she's a commodity. She's like, oh, you were a call girl or whatever the fuck you were doing with James Woods, and now you're working for me, working the floor and everything, and now I have you. And it's like, oh, cool. She's just this object to be thrown around and used to make everybody else money and all that shit. And I'm sure that works a little bit more early on in the movie, but yeah, like getting to know her character and shit by the end is like, you just slowly start being like, I like wanted to sympathize with you more in the beginning, but you're just such a piece of shit by the end.
Oh, that's another note I have. Like, this is just a movie about terrible fucking people. There's no good people in any of this fucking movie.
That's like 90% of Martin
This is a
Scorsese
movie.
movies.
This is a movie just about fucking assholes.
Yeah, there's usually never anybody to like.
Yeah, no, they all fucking suck, and yet somebody fucking gets away with it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, Jesus. Like, I mean, fuck, what the heck? No wise. Just more simple notes. Like, that's probably like I haven't been to Vegas proper. I've been to Vegas like as a kid because it's been all Disneyland, Disneyatized or whatever.
I mean, even as an adult walking around the strip, it's still Disney.
Yeah. But I don't understand gambling, and like I enjoyed card games. Like I enjoy playing blackjack and like Texas Hold'em, five-card stud, as much as I'm aware of the actual fucking game. But when it comes to like all that full gambling stuff, I've got no fucking idea why people do that. That is something I just cannot understand.
It's an addiction.
Oh, yeah, it's an addiction.
When you hit big, and it's a high that is very fun to ride on. And like, I get that.
I think I'm just too much of like a paranoid. It's like, oh shit, something good just happened. No, fucking bail.
But it's also like I can see it as I treat going like gambling as my if I'm going to Vegas, this is a trip. I'm saving up so much money to go on this trip. And what would I do on this trip? Okay, I can spend $200 at this amusement park at say like Disneyland. I can go to Disneyland and spend some odd money, right?
$200 minimum.
Yeah, I can go to Disneyland and spend some odd money, $200 minimum, or I can drive to Vegas and take that $200, lose it at the craps table, blackjack table, whatever table I'm feeling like, and yeah, it's the same thing. Like, I'm not planning on winning money. I'm planning on taking that $200 and just playing a game, playing craps or blackjack or whatever I'm feeling. But that money's still gonna be spent. Where I could have been at Disneyland. All right, I spent $200 riding rides and buying food and doing the experience. Instead, my experience was playing these games and having fun and getting free drinks. Either way, I'm spending that money, and that's what I saved up that money for.
Well, see, that's how I approach gambling. Like, this is pretty much like X amount of money that I'm just like willing to lose, and spend and never ever get anything. Even if I do get something back, does not count. I'm just going there because the drinks are free while I'm gambling.
Yeah.
So the few times like Wendover,
yeah,
the two times I've been, I just got drunk on strawberry daiquiris playing the slot machines.
Exactly. I'm not going expecting to win any money back. I'm going with the money I'm already expecting to lose. I'm expecting to spend $200. I'm not expecting to go to Vegas to take this $200 and turn it into something. That's how you end up spending more and doing that shit.
Which is crazy though, because I know a few people who can kind of do that when it comes like it's
like turn it around. Like sometimes some people are good at that.
They're pretty good at doing that,
and that's
just
fine.
Seems like too big of a fucking.
Some people can do that. I know me personally, I can't do that. I can I can spend money and just be fine with that.
Yeah, see, I know I'm just a silly bitch. I just want to get drunk on free drinks and have the glowy lights flash and make the noises at me while I'm getting drunk.
Exactly. I'm there for the fun experience
Yeah.
of being there and free drinks, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then I can be like, cool. Well, I had my fun. I spent my money, and now I'm going home.
Also, just like to stay cognizant enough to like count cards and keep an eye on shit like that. Like, no, I got the fucking no, man.
Absolutely fucking not.
No, I'm just here for a good time. Man.
I can play blackjack to a point where it's like, okay, I was up $50, then I was down $50, and now I'm even, and now I'm walking away.
Yeah, it's like, okay, guys, like, no, I'm done. It's like, oh, well, you might be on a roll. Like,
I'm not on a roll. I'm even. I'm leaving.
even. I'm even. This is a win for me.
Yeah.
I don't.
If I break even, I'm happy.
Hell yes. If I started the day at $200, I end it with 150. That is a solid win.
Okay, so moving on with the notes, I have this is still early on in the movie, but the lady on the end when they have the tiger and they're doing their thing with like Siegfried and Roy, and like the tiger is on the leash and he's like roaring. The lady on the far end closest to the tiger, you can see in her face she's like, I'm fucking scared and I'm faking a smile. Like
As she should, because
I'm goddamn terrified.
just a scant 2 decades later, one of those motherfuckers get fucked up.
Yeah.
Fucking don't be fucking. Those are fucking wild animals, man. Don't be doing that with them. Leave them alone.
Let's see what else. Let's see. Oh yeah. So Robert De Niro's character Sam Rothenstein. Whatever.
Ace.
Whatever. Robert De Niro's character is based off a real life character named Frank Rosenthal. I wrote that down. Rothstein. Sam Rothstein. His character is based off a real life person named Frank Rosenthal. Let's see. Then I wrote down Italian families, which is I wrote that down because it's like whenever you watch these mob movies, it's like you can be so sociopathic with your what is it, fucking mentality towards killing people and like burying people in the desert and not like
Or just
not,
like sheer brutality, like with assaulting
with
and like
all that shit, but
yeah.
like you can come back and like your family is the biggest fucking part of your life and you would die for them and like
But I'm still gonna break this motherfucker's hand.
like it's just fucking nonsense to me. It's like you can't be sociopathic and also love your family that much. Like I don't understand.
Yeah, I really feel like those two do not actually correlate, and that seems like more of a romanticism of the lifestyle itself.
Yeah.
But
I have when they put the dude in the head vice.
Jesus,
Yeah, it gave me an instant. I'm getting a headache thinking about it now.
it was like
It was instant headache. Instant headache.
don't do that. Don't
Yeah.
do that. Hey, you made me fucking pop your eye out for fucking Charlie M.
Yeah. It was like
Jesus.
as soon as he started squeezing, my head started pounding.
Yeah, no, like in high school in wood shop, like that was seeing those vices. That was a nightmare of mine. Just getting like even my hand caught in that fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like, fuck no. Ew. Ow.
All right,
Oh.
I've been going on my notes for a little bit. You give me
like I said, man, my notes are mostly bullshit, dude. Like mostly just going off on the relationship between Robert De Niro and Sharon Stone. Obviously incredibly toxic and stupid. What really pissed me off is she straight up says, like, pretty much like, you know who I am. That's not what I want. I'm not going to be in love with you. I don't want a kid. I don't want a family. And he just insists that
basically coerces her.
yeah, coerces her into that because like that's what I want. And then she's got her.
But it's like how the fuck are you gonna say no? This rich motherfucker. I don't know.
Especially when you're like drunk and high all the goddamn time too, and also like a manipulative person already, which is something he talks
like,
about.
This dude's
talks
gonna give you
about-
all the fucking money in the world, and you love
and the security to be yourself, but
all
you actually
want is money to fucking.
Which is what he talks about. Like he's like looking at her, knowing like she's the kind of person who can work the room, goes around, knows who to pay out for doing certain thing, knows how to manipulate people herself, and you still think like, yeah, no, but I'm in love with this person. She'll eventually become the person that I want her to be and will have the life that I want. This is ridiculous. You're a fucking idiot. You kind of deserve everything that's fucking happening to you because like, come on, you're so smart with so much fucking else. But you're like, no, but no, I love this woman. No, you actually fucking don't because you know who she is. And you know it's never going to be the fucking thing that you want.
Yeah.
And so you fucking idiot. Well, and also he's just like, he knew first to get her knocked up first and then to fucking marry her because then you have the fucking kind of baby trap.
Use the kid as a fucking...
And the kid's always secondary when it comes to the fucking money, which means like, there's more piece. This is a movie about pieces of shit.
This is giving me a headache.
Yeah, man, because they're all in the wrong.
Yeah. No, this is a movie about
Yeah,
bad
there's
people.
no heroes. Like nobody should ever like glorify or just like idolize any of these people. They all fucking suck.
We have not been meeting our fuck quota for this. We need to up the fuck quota.
Fuck.
All right, so yeah, despite those fucking terrible fucking people, we are going to fucking move the fuck on.
Fucking fucks.
Let's see. We got
My next fucking note. The soundtrack fucking slaps.
Yeah,
this is a soundtrack built for fucking Cole.
Yeah, the
Oh my
soundtrack
God.
is really fucking good. Those of you who listen, who are on the Hopkins staff, please fucking use this fucking soundtrack on the fucking
Fuckity fuck.
daily.
Fuck. He's trying to run a square joint.
What?
Square joint.
A square joint.
He's trying to keep things on the up and up.
Oh no, he's trying to run a legitimate business.
No, he's fucking not.
Yes, he is.
Not since day one. He's just trying to do things the way they were.
He's been trying to go legitimate. That's why I identified like I didn't identify. That's why I kind of wanted to root for Bobby D in this fucking movie because he's been trying to run a legitimate fucking casino for a little bit. He doesn't want to be involved with the fucking mob anymore. He's done. He wants to run a fucking casino. That's what he wants to do.
That's an oxymoron within itself. A legitimate casino.
Well, he wants to run a casino that's not
Outside of mob influence.
Outside of mob influence, yes.
Still
he
not
wants
a
to
square
run his
joint.
fucking. He wants to run his fucking casino and not have the mob be on this fucking like. Oh, we're gonna deal drugs and do all this outside fucking bullshit that the mafia, I guess, kind of does sometimes.
Well, Nikki in particular. Throughout the entire
Nikki
movie.
in particular, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wants to run his fucking casino the way he wants to without this outside influence. And then every turn, it's like, no, you can't fucking do that because we're fucking here and we're gonna. Well, Nikki for the most part, Nikki fucks everything up.
Yeah.
He's kind of the driving force that fucks up the casino for Bobby D. And that was a fun dynamic. The further we get into the movie, it was fun seeing them get like them butting heads more and more.
While also still holding on to that old like relationship that they had.
Yeah, it's like they've known each other since they were.
I've known them for
fucking
35 years. I'm gonna fucking turn them over for you.
Yeah, they've known each other since they were fucking kids. Like, what are you gonna fucking do? And yeah, it's fun seeing that dynamic play out. But
Especially because with what I read, Scorsese pretty much told De Niro and Pesci where the conversation should start, where it should end. The entire middle, completely improvised. Apparently, a lot of improv in this movie. Pretty much just kind of everyone kind of free-forming it. Just like here's a starting point, here's an ending point. Whatever happens in the middle, fucking figure it out.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's
that's
really
that's
cool.
just them just going back and forth, which is like it's like goddamn.
Well, when you have Pesci and De Niro, like fucking just go for it.
Oh,
dude.
it's like you've got Jim Carrey on your fucking set. Just like leave the camera on, walk away,
Yeah.
and then just like check it out later in the editing booth. Like, what the fuck did he do?
Yeah, it's like let's find some crazy shit. I'm getting pretty close to the end of my notes. I didn't write anything past. Holy shit! I didn't write anything past the 2-hour mark.
God damn.
Yeah.
Man, who am I to judge? My notes are sparse and random.
Where you at in your notes, movie wise?
Movie wise, well, let's see. Square joint. I've got 3 more notes after that.
Okay, well let's go with the rest of your fucking notes.
It's mostly just another indictment on their relationship as a whole, and him just being confused when she's like, when he says it just didn't work out that way. It's like, she told you she didn't love you, that she wouldn't love you. It's mostly just like circling back on that and being annoyed.
I honestly get that, but like her being a junkie, fucking crazy person, and trying to take their kid away. Like
Oh yeah,
that.
no. I mean, not to justify
fucked
that.
up.
That's completely fucked up. Like clearly, like this psycho. But that's also something else I didn't write down. But this entire time, like my God, like the fuck.
Yeah, it's so fucked up. Like
Using the kid as collateral, like James Wood does the same thing. Where like, the kid,
again,
it's like because we got
using-
the other thing he
because
cares
the kid,
about.
the kid isn't an actual thing. It's just
it's just more
another
property.
property.
It's another
yeah,
property,
to be,
which is
to
just
be
so
used.
and just but just the amount of times, I mean, but also I guess that's just like toxic and abusive relationships, right? The amount of times you let somebody back into your life
Yeah.
because of you can justify it in X way. Like I don't want to break up the family because of the kid.
All right,
or
move on.
Sorry. Surprise third party narration where Joe Pesci is getting his brains bashed in.
Yeah.
And then Sopranos guy just starts. It's like,
Yep.
wait, what? Where has he been this entire fucking movie?
Phil Leotardo comes in.
Phil Leotardo comes in, fucking Frankie Muniz or whatever his real name is. He just comes in and it's just third party narration. Jesus, man, kind of.
It was good foreshadowing though. Like when everything cuts out and he's third party narration is like, oh shit. I was like, okay, somebody might get whacked here.
And what's getting whacked is a full animatronic because that's what they use to stimulate. No, to stimulate Joe Pesci.
Stimulate Joe Pesci.
Being buried alive.
I'll stimulate Joe Pesci. I'll
Being
stimulate Joe Pesci right now.
But to stimulate that, it was an
Joe
animatronic.
Pesci, we want you on this podcast, and I'll stimulate you, bud. I'll stimulate your 70-year-old balls right here.
70-year-old balls right here.
What I hear on this podcast.
But it was like just an animatronic kind of just like freaking around. Like you can definitely...
Because they can bury that and dump dirt on its face.
Yeah, not have to worry about
Like, what the
accidentally
fuck are you-
suffocating and killing Joe Pesci.
You're gonna bury a 40-year-old Joe Pesci, I think.
I mean, De Niro at one point in the movie says that he's 43, and it's pretty close to the beginning, I think.
Something like that. Somebody put in the comments how old Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro are in this movie. We're not gonna look it up because fuck that. And first person to do it gets a sticker.
Yep. Get on that sticker train, guys. Come on, ride the train.
We are on the stickers. We have them. We want to send them to you. And
They're big, glorious stickers. The stickers are coming. Don't worry.
don't worry. And they're going to be huge.
Huge, glorious stickers. You're going to wish you had these stickers earlier.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Going into
Going to your notes. Yeah,
going-
because like mine really are.
going into
quite
my
brief.
last couple notes.
Besides just like being blown away by like the amount
Okay,
of suits
have-
and colors that De Niro wears.
I have fucking.
Fucking,
Yes.
fucking,
Yes.
fucking, fucking in casino, fucking.
Okay. Anyway, to my actual notes. Let's see. I have Jews stick together, which isn't. That's not for me. That's not for me.
You said it was your notes.
That's Joe Pesci in the bar and he's
yeah,
at the
when-
casino.
yeah.
when him and Bobby D are fighting
And they're fucking
he's-
when they start beefing.
and they don't sit down. And he's like, he didn't acknowledge me. He didn't even say hi. Well, these fucking Jews stick together.
Jesus.
So I wrote that down,
A lot of fun dated references in this movie.
and then I just wrote down Italians because they were having the 16th fucking domestic. What is the domestic disturbance that the cops got called on?
Yeah. Yes.
Fucking Italians.
Fucking Italians.
Anyway,
I thought it was because they were meeting at San Marino's Pizzeria and all of them were just sitting in a half circle fucking smoking and just kind of whispering the entire time.
no. It was like the 15th domestic disturbance, and it was
Just
just
like, Jesus,
fucking.
man.
I was like, come on, I don't want to live next to Italians
No,
either.
you've got to get people involved that are actually capable of handling domestic disputes when it comes to shit like that. Just because, fuck. You gotta be able-
Jesus Christ.
Especially when the daughter's next door being watched by the neighbors, they have to pull her away from the window.
Yeah.
Oh my
You-
God.
You have to have your like your fucking I don't know what Don Rickles. I was like I was gonna say Rob Reiner, but
You know it's Rob Reiner, man.
yeah. I was Well, yeah, you have to have Don Rickles in the room with your daughter with a fucking over and under shotgun, being like, "Okay, I gotta wait here."
Oh no, he was hiding in the daughter's room because he knew that
somebody might come through. The
no, because Sharon Stone wouldn't search there, so that's why he had him hide there. At least that's what I gathered from that. He's like, no, like she's on her way here. Just go hide in Amy's room. Cops are here. It's because she's not going to go searching there because she actually doesn't give two fucking shits about her daughter. She went straight for where the money
Yeah,
is.
she did.
So he's just hiding there, waiting just on the off chance that she came with somebody besides the cops showing up. But then they cut over to like the wide window, like with those huge fucking goddamn windows that you had back in the day in your goddamn living room, to a little girl being pulled away by the neighbor. That was actually Amy herself. I'm pretty sure.
That sounds about right.
So they pulled him away, and then like kind of like you got Don, like they cut to Don Rickles just being like, "Fuck, that was goddamn close." Kind of with his goddamn like. Also, Don Rickles did a great goddamn job for for an insult for a comedian.
Yeah, he did.
He did a great goddamn job.
Did really
Kevin Pollak too, also as a comedian.
Yes,
fantastic.
Kevin
goddamn
Pollak
job.
was fucking perfect in this
Dude,
movie.
solid goddamn job.
And then my last note is when it says Pesci didn't want to do the scene. So when him and Sharon Stone hook up and like they start making out, and then he like forces her head down, and like that whole scene, he didn't want to do that scene. Like,
yeah,
and he went on. Was like, I don't want to do the scene, but I don't know who talked to him or whatever, or what convinced him. But yeah, they ended up shooting it. But he's on the record saying he didn't want to do that.
Yeah, no, he does that a few times, like no, a few times, at least one other time in the movie where he's got the incredibly perky lady in the gold dress coming in. It's just. Oh god, it's so fucking uncomfortable.
Especially the one with Sharon Stone. He's on record saying I didn't want to do that.
Oh yeah, I think he's also like interviewing her, like he rallied for her to be part of the movie. Really respects her as an actress and all that. So there's a lot of like mutual respect to this entire movie when it comes to everybody. Especially, we're dealing with like Scorsese in his heyday. You got De Niro fucking riding his train, Pesci riding his train. Everyone just like wants to be involved, but also like really wants to make an actually really, really good movie, which they did. They did a great job. This is fantastic. The fact that it got like, it only won like one Oscar, I think, and I can't remember what it was for, but like everyone else was like nominated. It's like the first one where like Pesci and De Niro in the same movie.
I don't even know if it won. I don't even know if it won an Oscar. I think it got a Golden Globe.
Oh, it was a Golden Globe?
Yeah.
Those aren't really awards. No, those are actually, because how else would we get an EGOT? See, right?
Not like that.
No, but no, this was a heavy movie.
No, it was fun.
Like
I liked it.
Like it went fast, but also it went fast, but also was still slow at the same time. Because you're like, wow, so much is happening. We must be near the end, right? 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does have it does seem like a lot more, like a lot happens in a little amount of time.
Yeah.
And it does feel like a lot, like time is passing by, like a lot more time is passing by than actually is in the movie. And
we spend like over a decade in this movie, and it's like it's only until you start picking up on like on the music that's playing and kind of the style, like the hairstyles and the clothes, and we start picking up on the changing of the times throughout all of it, and the slight aging of everybody. To a certain extent, even though I swear it feels like Joe Pesci, like every time they just had like a close up, like even early on, it just like him with like, was he wearing contacts or those his actual eyes?
No, I think they had him wearing contacts. I think they had blue contacts in.
Because he looked a lot like a guy that like another like based on a real life thing. He looked so much like an actual guy who was known as the Ant. I don't remember his real name, but called the Ant because he was called a piss ant in the newspaper, but they couldn't print that, so they just called it like
the Ant.
Censored it to the Ant. But he looked so much like him that while they were filming on Vegas, it actually freaked a few people out who actually like were there and around at the time where this guy was doing all those things like Also, they filmed a lot of this between 1 and 4 in the morning. That's to not interrupt the actual flow of gambling in Vegas.
Yeah.
While also having Vegas advertise that they were filming a new Scorsese movie with De Niro, Pesci, and Sharon Stone at the same time to try to get people in. Which is, filming in Vegas sounds insane.
It makes sense to get your amount of background actors for the extras, but also it's it would suck to be like, oh my god, it's late and I don't want to fucking deal with this. There's so many extra fucking people. It's like, shut up, go away. I don't want you here.
Man, just shooting in Vegas seems like a nightmare, but also incredibly fun all at the same time.
I don't feel like it would be fun at all.
Yeah,
I feel like it would. I feel like it would just be a nightmare and way too much, like way too
nightmare.
much logistically to try and get the amount of sponsors to be able to show it, and like the amount of permission or the amount of like casinos you'd have to talk to get permission to film on the strip. It just seems like a goddamn fucking nightmare to me.
I mean, that is why Leaving Las Vegas did a lot of those guerrilla shots where like, we have no permission to be here. Just get this done in one take. Let's go.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
It seems like between that and actually getting permission to film on the strip, it seems like a fucking nightmare.
and I also, I would guess that there's certain things you have to get like caught like in the film as like advertising for Vegas itself. Like if you were to do anything in Vegas right now, I'd imagine the Sphere would have to be present.
Yeah, nowadays.
At least in like one, if not like an aerial shot, like at least somehow, some way. It was like, hey, we also got this going on. Come down to Vegas.
Yeah. And on that note, we are ending.
Ending it on that note. Honestly, yeah. Final thoughts. It's just a good goddamn movie. Long as fuck. Long as fuck.
It was fun. Fun Scorsese movie. I love him as a director. Still need to see Killers of the Flower Moon. Haven't done it yet.
Even longer movie.
But when I do, and maybe when we do, we'll make an episode about it.
I'm down.
Let us know again.
Anything to delay the house that Jack built.
Yes. Well, for him, because he's scared.
I'm a scaredy cat. A little baby boy. I'm scared
Anyway,
of visceral face.
again, let us know what you thought. If you know this movie, leave it in the comments. You know where to do it. Instagram, YouTube, what have you. And we will be back next week with a spooky movie.
Spooky movie.
All right, this has been Classic Cinema. See you guys.